Support for Radio Friends comes from IT Como, offering computer and IT services for small businesses and residential clients. IT Como can set up remote work-at-home solutions and data security and backup systems and upgrade your company email to more modern platforms. IT Como can also help you get the most from your technology at home. Learn more at itcomo.com. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, February the 3rd. Pleasure to have you with us today. Our guest today, is somebody that was a regular on Pepper and Friends for about 30 years. I haven't seen this guy or talked to him for the past 12 years.
Hard to believe.
Yeah. Dr. Gerry Heisler. Good to have you.
Paul, it's wonderful to see you.
Yeah. We go back many, many years. You used to be a regular guest. You were with Mid-Mo Mental Health.
When the Mid-Missouri Mental Health Center existed.
Yeah. And we would talk about good mental health, things we need to do to keep our mind fresh, to stay happy and feel good about ourselves and the world.
And we sure need more of that, Paul.
Yeah, we do. We do, Gerry. We talked back over the years. I remember I used to always enjoy having you on one topic that we always covered in the winter. Seasonal affective disorder. You remember that?
And holiday blues.
Yeah, because a lot of people are affected by the lack of sunshine.
Still are.
Yes, and I was one of those people.
That's why you go to Hawaii.
That's right, to get that sunshine. And that's not a joke. If you have seasonal affective disorder, it really can affect your personality, your moods, how you feel. The solution to that, if you can't get away to a tropical place, is sitting under light.
The light therapy. Yeah, we can talk about seasonal affective disorder again because I have a good friend who was just complaining about this, saying, I'm tired, I crave carbohydrates, is there something wrong with me? I feel like I'm lazy. And either they're a reincarnated bear or they're having seasonal affective disorder, maybe both. But this time of year, if you're feeling that way, that you're just sleeping more. And of course, it's darker in the morning.
Yeah.
And people, are depressed. They feel it.
And you just don't feel, if you feel like, I don't want to do anything, all I want to do is just lay around, there's a pretty good chance that you're affected by this.
Sleep, by definition, if come the spring, it goes away. And that's happened 2 years in a row. So you know for yourself, boy, winter, I really drag. But come spring, whoopee, then that's seasonal affective disorder.
Okay.
And I really recommend to most people going down the chemical solution for many people who react to antidepressants by being more depressed. That's something you really have to consider seriously if it's going to be a seasonal affective disorder.
Get outside. If you get outside and move around a little bit, even if it's cold, getting outside makes a difference because you're getting that natural sunlight.
Having natural sunlight, having something to do, something to look forward to, ways to have fun, that really helps with anyone who has depression. That you get off the pity pot, so to speak, and you give to other people.
Now, the reason you're here today is, I'm glad we talked about seasonal affective disorder.
Of course.
But you're here today to talk about a book that you wrote. It has been in the making for the past 50 years, you said. It's called Relationship...
Ever since I was 4 years old.
Since you were 4 years old. It's called Relationship Boot Camp. Meeting, Marriage, and Negotiating Relationships in a Modern World. So... what is this book really about?
It's about...
You covered all the topics. What is this book really about?
Well, it's so different nowadays, Paul, and we can talk at some other time about the vast differences with the social media. That first of all, people are meeting online. They don't meet personally as much anymore.
A lot of people go to these dating websites.
Go to dating websites, and a lot of people are catfish. In other words, they're people that imposter other people. So it's a different ball game. It's like I still go to the gym, and so I'm around younger people. And it's very unusual for especially young women to let someone approach them in person. They do it online. So if you haven't approached them online, you're not welcome typically. It's so vastly different. What the book is about, it's a clinical legacy of my career. And I wrote many articles for Psychology Today. I came on Pepper and Friends for many years. And so this is really a accumulation of a lot of thoughts. The feedback I get is very positive. It surprises me, Paul.
Really?
Anytime you do something artistic, you're never sure how other people will react to me, or you, or the book. And so I have a close friend who said, I always thought you were smart. I didn't think you were that smart.
Okay. Now, I want to just thumb through this book.
Okay.
And pull out a couple of topics here. Here's one. It says, Ian had just been released from prison. He was bipolar and abusive addict. He worked as a structured live-in recovery program, and after months had turned the corner. He was sober and attending a 12-step meeting with regularity. So what's the story here?
Well, this is
is this a true story?
Oh, yes. That's not his name, but this is a true story. Now, one thing people resonate to in the book are the case scenarios, which you're reading from. This has to do with addictions, which we could talk about in more detail. That this person is an addict, and he had turned the corner. He was going to meetings. He was not picking up and using. He had gotten a job, a very hardworking young man, very bright. But he started going to school also, going to a job, kind of burning the candles at both ends. And he said, because he relapsed, and I ran into him again, he said, I felt pressure keeping it up. You would think that once people become sober and start doing things positively, that would be reinforcing. They keep doing it. For many people, it provides too much pressure for them. And that's one of the real downsides of addiction.
You've got another topic in here, being comfortable silent.
Absolutely.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be silent now. Well, when you're with someone, if you can just relax, you don't have to perform, that your relationship is such that it's your spouse, and I want to say this to everybody.
You can just be together. You don't have to constantly be talking.
Your spouse is not your employee. Your spouse is someone you have a friendship with, and you can be comfortably silent with someone. And you don't have to perform all the time. There don't have to be these expectations. You're here to entertain me. And if you're not entertaining me, if you're not making me happy, what you're forcing me to do if I'm silent is I have to come up with another way to structure my time.
So it's okay to be quiet.
It's wonderful to be quiet.
We're out of time, so we're going to have to be quiet. But the book is called Relationship Boot Camp. Where can they pick this up, Gerry?
It's listed on Amazon.
Okay. So the book is listed on Amazon, or is it in any of the local bookstores?
It should be, I think, in Barnes & Noble.
Okay.
I have to check.
Relationship Boot Camp, or if you happen to see Gerry on the street, it's in the trunk of your car.
It's in the trunk of my car.
Thank you very much. Dr. Gerry Heisler, please come back again.
I will, Paul.
Good having you here. Something you'd like to hear or see, drop me an email, pepperp, Missouri.edu. Bye-bye.